This is going to be a long video, but if you are here to listen to me, a world would open upon you. Because literally, no one talks about this. You probably clicked on this video because the title triggered something in you. I had the urge to look on Reddit for some kind of ideas. What are people asking? And I stumbled across this post. I'm going to read it to you, but also I'm going to put it on the screen so you can see directly what I'm talking about. The title of this post is "The law of assumption has ruined my mental health." In the help section, I just need to vent, and I don't have anywhere else to do because people who don't believe in manifestation won't take me seriously. Ever since I started reading more and more about the law, mostly through Neville Goddard, I've been overthinking pretty much everything in my life, and so many things have gone horribly wrong for me. I can't even go a day without being chill or enjoy life because I keep thinking about manifestation. What if unwanted thoughts manifest? What if I manifest bad things upon my loved ones? What if other people are reading my thoughts? What if I accidentally revise a past event into something that will get me into consequences? I manifested so many negative scenarios in my life, and I spent pretty much all of my free time trying to manifest the personal hell I made for myself away, only to keep spinning in a circle. I'm even scared of having any more, because what if my thoughts from those feelings manifest? So they are scared of having any more thoughts. My life was better prior finding about manifestation, and I wish I could go back to how things used to be. Why did this person get to this point? I was in this point too, and I believe that a lot of people are going through the same thing, thinking that there is something wrong with them and with their mind, and going on this loop and getting into depression. So they are trying to get out of depressive states and are going into more depressive states. Why is that happening? Why is that so common? Why is manifestation has become like this for so many people? And I got to the point from where manifestation for me is effortless because I understood that some things that some people preach are not true, for me at least. And I am sure that they are not true for so many people, because not all your thoughts manifest. I have come to the conclusion, after going through the same thing as this person, that not thoughts manifest. At least not the thoughts that you think that are going to manifest will manifest. I'm going to explain it further until the ending of this video, but I want to address this. This is not okay. You feeling bad because of your mind and how your mind works, of what your mind thinks, and being afraid to think negative things because you are afraid of them manifesting in their life because someone told you that everything that you think manifests. There are a lot of books that say that as a man thinks, therefore he is. It is so wrong how people today interpret it. It is not your thoughts that you think of that manifest. Manifestation should be something that should free you of your worries, of your fears, that should make you keep going and chase your dreams, that would give you faith in the unseen. And that faith in the unseen is what manifests. When manifestation becomes a burden, when manifestation gives you more anxiety than freedom, then that is not manifestation, that is gaslighting. Someone has gaslighted you into thinking that there is something wrong with you, but there is nothing wrong with you. You just have the wrong information and you are following the wrong information at that moment for yourself because that thing obviously doesn't work for you. It is obviously not the answer you are looking for if it makes you feel anxious. Again, manifestation is about freeing you, not keeping you furthermore in a box where you find yourself with you and your mind and you are fighting continuously and trying to fix everything that is wrong in your life with your mind. Your mind is just a tool. Your mind and subconscious mind are interconnected, conscious and unconscious, right? The conscious impresses the unconscious. This is true, yeah. But all of those thoughts that come to you of anxiety, of fear, of this and that, are coming from already deeply rooted things in the subconscious, beliefs in the subconscious, anxieties in the subconscious. And you do not have to fight them. You do not have to fight them. Oh my God. You do not have to affirm the contrary when they come. If you just stop for a second, take a piece of paper and write down every thought that comes into your head at that moment, you would realize that in fact, you feel more free. You feel freedom. Why? Because you expressed those feelings, you expressed those things, you gained clarity on what are you feeling, why are you feeling that, and why you feel that way, what is happening to you at that moment. You gain clarity and you are able to move forward. Maybe those thoughts trigger you to cry. Oh my God, this is normal, it's human. If there is something there that just wants to be expressed, it shall be expressed. It doesn't mean that it will manifest. It is your subconscious clearing. You know the difference of a person that is manifesting bad things in their life through constant complaining and whining and things like that. You know, actually, why are they manifesting that? Because they obviously do not deal with it. They obviously refuse to change internally. These are the people that are in your life and are trying to keep you back on their level and trying to bring you down because they just do not have the options to see that there is another way. In my own experience, when I found out about manifestation, I was desperate. I was in a desperate state of mind, and I was word after word exactly in the same position as the person that wrote that post. Just imagine, you are in a desperate state. Someone tells you that your desperate state, everything that happened to you until that moment, it's your fault. And you can change it just by changing your thoughts. And you have to be super positive all the time. You don't have to think contrary of whatever you are going through. That is why every manifestation of yours is failing. And you end up fearing. What if I manifest something bad? What if this happens? What if my intrusive thoughts come true? What if I can't stop thinking negatively? And see, many people get lost in this because they think that their mind, their carnal mind, their logical mind, rational mind is in control of things. But it is not like that. I found myself totally against the popular method today that basically makes the carnal mind, the ego mind, the logical mind think that they are in control of reality. They are not. You, when you are awake, when you are like this, when you are watching this video, you cannot change with your logical and carnal mind what is happening outside of you. Do you know who does that? Your subconscious mind, upon being impressed with an idea. And by you expressing your emotions, writing down all of those thoughts that come up in your head, you in that moment are not changing your external. In that moment, you are not bringing all of these bad things to you. When you become a conscious manifestor, you understand that, okay, my job as a manifestor is to ask the universe, to ask God, to ask whoever, to ask for the thing that I want. How do I do that? I just ask. I want to become this. I want to become that. I choose an affirmation that really brings the faith within me. When I say it, I just know I can surrender. I just know I don't have to micromanage anything and let my subconscious, the God within me, to do everything in order for that thing to be brought to me. And I don't have to do anything else but always calming myself and reassuring myself when my logical and rational mind is trying to creep in and make me doubt. This is all that manifestation is about. You don't have to repeat 10,000 affirmations every day to make it happen. You just have to find a method that works for you, that allows you to calm your rational mind in the moments when you feel doubt and fear, and transmute it into faith. That is the only thing that you must do. And when you realize this and you see those thoughts that creep in, those destructive thoughts, you understand that they are not you. You literally have to see your logical mind like a different entity, some instrument that is outside of yourself. And you must understand that if you are not in control of that instrument is being in control of you. This is when things get interpreted in a wrong way. Because if you are in control of your mind, it means that you have to take control and affirm 10,000 times a day and shut it. This is not the case at all. It means that if they come up, let them be there. Let them go, let them flow. Before, I would just stop functioning in that moment, in that period when all of those thoughts would pop up, and I would just let them flow. I would just let me feel that feeling. I would just let me feel that doubt, that fear, that everything. After I have called myself and I would let this storm pass, I would say to myself, okay, now I feel better and I know, but all of these things are not true for me. I am going to achieve that thing. Everything is going to be fine for me. Everything is going to be better at some point. I am sure of that. Every time I did that, instead of fighting them, making them go away, affirming over again, and being scared that they would manifest. Every time I just accepted them, they came in, storm, and then let go. Every time they got quieter and quieter. Every time I was able to manage them better and better. That is your rational mind that is trying to creep in. Your only job as a manifestor is getting in control of a rational mind. How do you get in control of a rational mind? You accept it as it is in the moment, and you make your conclusion after the storm has passed. When you make the conclusion, you are acting as the God within you, because you have put an intention on the conclusion and you said, but I do not care. This storm has passed. This won't affect me anymore, and I am moving forward. I am still going to my vision. I'm still going to get whatever I need to get. My subconscious mind is working. I do not see, and it is not my job to see and understand when and how will it come. I'm living my life now. I'm doing my best to take care of myself in this moment, to take care of my mental well-being, because it is mental, it is psychological. No matter how much people say that psychology has nothing to do with it, it is psychological. You come to an understanding that until now, you were controlled by your rational mind. You were walking through life through your rational mind's beliefs. Now you understand that you are a conscious creator beside your rational mind, and you can change the way it thinks and perceives things. And when you start changing that, it is something not usual to the rational mind, and the rational mind will try to bring back your attention to it. You can give it all of your attention at that moment, just to process it and let it go. And once you do that, you become stronger. You experienced the storm has passed, you gain more knowledge about yourself, you understood what is wrong, and you are able to go and move forward. And that won't manifest. And now I'm going to explain to you the difference to these irrational thoughts that come up when you are starting to manifest, and when actually you experience something that you don't want in your reality. I'm going to give you an example from my personal experience. When I started seriously manifesting, when I got out of the period that this person has also got in, I was really real with myself. I just looked at my situation and I understood, okay, I am now jobless, I am living in my parents' house. It is a very strict house. I don't like being there. I want my freedom, and I want my freedom as soon as possible. I cannot manifest my freedom overnight. I have to do first this and this in order to get out of this house, which would mean end my university, find a job, and move out, right? Well, now, what happened? I did finish university, I did find a job. I found myself in a situation where I wanted as soon as possible to move out, right? And see what happens here. I could have easily moved out in a easy way, in an effortless way without too much struggle, if I would have been really calm and had no resentment inside of myself, no anger inside of myself. At that moment I had a lot of resentment and anger inside of myself towards one member of my families, right? And not the thoughts about that family member manifested. It was the resentment and the anger that manifested itself and literally pushed me to move out. So just imagine me journaling and saying that with intention, with anger, that I want to get out of this house as soon as possible. Now, the anger manifested because I used the emotion. I asked and I received. I used the emotion and the anger, and I asked and I received in the same way as I asked. This is why I'm following Florence Scovel Shinn's teaching, because they talk exactly about this. You have to ask right if you want everything to go smoothly, and you have to be patient for that. You have to be perfectly perfect in your mind in that way in order to experience a perfectly perfect outcome. That is almost impossible nowadays because we have so many struggles and worries and things and anxieties, and that is okay. And we can get over that. But we have to give us time, patience, and we have to know ourselves. I have come to this understanding that I basically got exactly what I wanted, but not in the way I wanted it. Once I got out of the house, I got what I wanted, I got my freedom, I was in my home and I meditated upon it, and I understood that, okay, maybe if I didn't have that much resentment and anger towards this person, these things would have happened more easily, more calmly, and not this boom. It just happened and I flew out of a house and I found myself homeless and things happened, but everything was better and better afterwards, because even though that awful thing happened, even though I suffered for some times and I was stuck in my own projections in my mind, I got over that. I'm not feeling any more resentment towards that person. I'm not feeling any more anger. I can easily see on the street and talk to them and everything would be okay. But that thing happened not because of the thoughts that I had around this person. It was the resentment and the anger I felt on them, and that manifested. And in the end, it was not a bad thing, because I got what I wanted. It was not the ideal way that I wanted it, but I still got what I wanted. I moved out of my house, I found my home afterwards, everything got better and better. And I have another experience like that, and it's pretty recent, with another family member. I always felt with fear around this family member, with anxiety around this family member, and I know I just asked, oh my God, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. I don't want to worry that much about this. I don't want to feel responsible for others' well-being, because I am tired of just being that. And my background is I was a people pleaser. And around my family, I was the biggest people pleaser. In that situation, I was tired of being a people pleaser towards that person. I almost felt like I couldn't live my life and be happy because that person is not happy. And the thing is, I just wrote when I journaled, I just want to be happy. I just want to feel finally free from feeling like I owe something to someone. And the weirdest thing happened because that person just got mad at me one day and literally removed herself from my life. I was really hurt. I needed 1 month of recovery after that because it was a close family member and I felt like I lost something, I don't know. But in the end, the thing that happened, even though it is not something that I thought I wanted, gave to me the freedom that I searched for. And after that, I become bolder. I now don't like to do things that I don't feel like doing. And I more easily started to say no. Everyone is telling you that you could just manifest being something or someone by not experiencing any setbacks, any failures, anything that would go against what you want. But actually, the things that are not so pleasant are the things that are going to bring you to your end result. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm not going to lie to you and say to you that if you affirm all day, every day that your life is perfect, your life will become perfect and you're not going to experience any setbacks. Manifestation should free you. And you know why? Even though I experienced those really unpleasant situations and I felt really bad. I really felt bad. I was there with my feelings. I tried to understand them. I journaled a lot. I expressed the thoughts that were in the back of my mind and were trying to get my attention. I let the storm pass. Now I feel better than ever. I feel more mature than ever. I feel like the version of myself that is the best version of myself. I feel like my dream self. And I am expressing it. I finally have energy to do the things that I wanted to do. I have the ideas, the creativity. Everything is just into place. Do I feel resentment for those people right now? No, because I have worked on myself in healing that part of myself that felt resentment about them. I started to send them mentally just love. Eventually, I freed myself from any judgment towards them. This is the true meaning of as a person thinks, so they literally are. It is not you repeating continuously 10K affirmations. It is not that. It is not you trying to fight every adverse thought that pops in your head. It is you actually acknowledging that there will be storms. And your only job, once you have asked for a thing to manifest, is to get over the storm and bring back the peace in yourself by getting to the conclusion that no matter how many storms I'm going to experience, I'm still going to have this thing. You should never see a situation in your life that is happening to you as a punishment. You should never punish yourself for a situation that is happening to you. Every situation is a lesson. Every situation can teach you resilience, power, confidence. Every situation is there to teach you how to be the person that you have asked to be. If you say, I want to become a limitless manifestor, it means that if you commence your day thinking, I am limitless, I am limitless, I am literally limitless, you feel that limitless inside of your heart. Mind you, there will be situation in your life when you will be asked to be limitless. Life will bring to you situation where you will be forced to be limitless. You will have to prove to yourself that you are limitless. And what does a limitless person do at that point? Even when the storm is really big, the sun always comes afterward. And they always have to search for the light and for the sun. And when the sun comes, everything flourishes. Everything is calm, everything is beautiful. And it's more beautiful every time because that is also how nature works. There are storms, there is winter, then the sun comes again, everything dies, and then everything flourishes again. This is all about you also. You are like nature. You are a result of nature. And everything has a cycle of dying and then having a rebirth. Your thoughts are not working against you. They are not your enemy. In order to win at this manifesting game, you have to go hand in hand with the turmoils, with the storms, with the tempest. You have to be there, acknowledge them, accept them, go through them. And then, at some point, every storm will get lighter and lighter until it is just a natural force that comes and goes, and you know how to deal with it because we have went through a lot of those times, and every time you came back stronger than ever. No one talks about this. No one wants to let you know this because it means that they won't have control over you, unfortunately. It's easy to make someone believe that they are in the wrong, so they get addicted to you. But trust me, you have the answer to everything. I have come to this conclusion by my own because I realized that every situation that happened in my life, it was to bring the best version of me that is standing right here, right now. And I'm going to get better and better. Everything is going to get better and better. Once you understand how you can master even the not so pleasant parts of you. I do not agree on trying to make your logical mind think that it is God. This is how delusion happens. Not the kind of delusional that I tell you to be when after a storm you start thinking that everything will be fine. Not that. It is the delusion in thinking that if I affirm this over and over again, something would change instantly in my reality because my rational mind is in charge. It is not your rational mind. Your ego is just a tool that you have to know how to use. And you get to know how to use it when you actually get to know it. And accept it as it is and try to influence it with the power that you have within. When you acknowledge that power, it is inside of you. And you can master it by mastering every part of you. And you do that only by letting the storm pass and looking for the light every time. That is the only way we can do that. Affirmations should be used as reminders of what you have asked. If you have asked for success, if you have asked for love, if you have asked for abundance, or for anything else, you just know that at that moment when you have asked, you have already received because it is instant. The request is instant. The moment you asked, your subconscious, your things already work towards whatever you have asked. It already works to bring to you the thing you have asked for. It already works. And like I said, affirmations must be said with the conviction that what you have asked comes to you. It is a reminder. I remind myself that this thing is mine, and you do it with pleasantness. You do it with intention, with faith, with that feeling that comes inside of yourself when you know that I got this. I got this. I literally got this. This thing comes to me because I got this. It is mine. It is mine because I have asked, and everything I ask, I receive. God is ever listening to my request and is giving to me everything that I have asked and more. You train yourself to think that way. The rational mind will try to bring your focus back to it, to the doubts, to the fear, to everything that is not faith. That is your only job, to accept the storm and put your conclusion. No matter what I just felt, I know that I got this. I know that the thing I have asked is mine. It's coming to me in a way or another. Manifestation has become a race. Whoever manifests the best, the better, the fastest, instantly. Let's see how many instant manifestations I can have. Manifestation is not a race. When it becomes a race, it brings anxiety because you put so much pressure on yourself. You made yourself think that your rational mind is in charge, and as much as you do a technique, that means that as fast the result will come. But the result will always come when you least expect them. When you are living your life and you are being present, when you are enjoying every moment and you are in the flow, that is when results come. And I would say that your only job is to live your life right now. Do what you have to do right now. Literally see your situation as it is. See what you can do right now. How can you distract yourself right now in order to live? And let the subconscious do its part. It is not your part. It is your subconscious. The moment you have asked, your only job is to give yourself time in the morning and before bed to remind yourself that, okay, I got this thing. Affirm, do every technique that you want. But the rest is you living, acting, and being in the moment. This is actually detachment that everyone is talking about. It is you living. Go and draw, go pick a hobby, go work, go do this, do that, but live. Get out, go in a walk. Let your mind process whatever you have asked. If negative things pop up in your mind, you do not fight them. There is no one to fight. You cannot fight yourself. You just say them, look at them, acknowledge them, accept them. They are there, and then they will pass naturally. Manifestation is natural. Everything should be natural, should feel natural. Everything forced into manifestation, it will have a forced outcome. And why do I say that? Because the more you force those thoughts to be gone, the more thoughts of that form you will have. Because where you put your focus on, that thing grows. Even if you think that if you affirm constantly against that thing, you still focus so much on the fear that you have of those thoughts, and more fear will manifest. More anxiety will manifest. And those things will just externalize in some other areas of your life, in your health. Because if your mental health is not well, your physical health will represent that. It all makes sense once you get to understand all of these things, but please, 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 do not think that there is something wrong with you if you are not able to be perfect. You become a master at something once you are able to manage every difficulty that comes in the way with the head high. That's when you are a master. And you have to experience those things in order to learn how to be with your head high in front of undesirable circumstances. If you are going through something like this right now, I know how it is. And I don't want you to live with a fear that your mind is against you. Your mind is not against you. You should become your best friend in these moments and just accept those thoughts as they are and take away the fear from them, because they cannot interfere with what you want. They cannot manifest as a soul thought. Their role is not for them to manifest. Their role is for them to show you how strong you are. Because if they are not able to affect you in that way, to affect the conclusion that you will get whatever is best for you, if they are not able to take control of you and of the outcome that you want, you just know that you are limitless at that point. Because you were able to look those thoughts in the face and say that, okay, I understand why you feel that way, but this is not the outcome that I will have. Because I already asked, I know that I will receive, no matter how much you doubt this. No matter how much you fear this, I got this. This is the only healthy approach when manifesting. And I believe that it is the best one. This is where results just come in your way, because you literally are the living manifestation of what you have asked for. I have asked to be limitless. I have asked to manifest only good things into my life. Therefore, every external circumstance that happens to me that shows me something that I do not like, I understand. I maybe get upset, it doesn't matter, but I'm getting over it and I'm going forward. I get over it and I'm ready to receive the thing that I have asked for. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. It is the only truth that no one is saying to you, but it is that truth. Again, I am not here to sugarcoat it for you. Manifestation is not about controlling every thought. It's not about affirming 10,000 times a thing in order to make it true. It is not about that. It is about you understanding that storms will come and that you have the power to overcome them and to bring whatever you want into existence, because the moment you asked for it, it is yours. And your only job is to reassure yourself, to remind yourself at the end of every storm that the light is coming. This is your only job, my love. I send you endless love. This is all for today's video, and I'm going to see you in the next ones. Bye bye bye.